What's up, guys? Nappypo92 here, back again once again. Today we have a new versus battle against a guy named John, and this is actually for a tournament called Hispanic Premier League for a forum named Pogo Spain. And yeah, I decided to use a team around Trick Room Victini, and I think you saw this strategy using like right before X and Y came out. This was one of my last Black and White 2 videos. So yeah, I decided to bring this strategy back. I have Trick Room Palk as well, Trick Room Victini. I like using it as a quote-unquote Sternius counter just because it takes that +2 Moonblast and it can set up Trick Room and basically outspeed it with Beat Create and kill it in the sun, obviously. And I have a Heat Rock Groudon just because I like having more sun turns for Victini. I know it sounds kind of absurd, but I like it. I like it so far, to be honest. Defog Arceus Fairy just because I need to keep that rocks up for Victini. Just even though Victini leaves a +2 Serenius always after Stealth Rock. Yeah, having the defensive stats of Arceus and Defog just helps a lot to the team. Not to mention it takes the dark type moves from like Yveltal and Darkrai. And Scarf Zekrom just because it just because pressures Kyogre a lot, and also it's easier to check Kyogre rather than going into my own Palkia, which is getting worn down pretty easily. And Mega Gengar, just to trap, I think this is a pretty good example of how to use Mega Gengar in a team, just to take out the things you want it to take out. So yeah, that's basically the structure behind the team. So my opponent is using a very standard team. I was expecting that. That's why I brought a very quote-unquote unorthodox strategy, but it does work well in this match. So yeah, let's go right into the battle. Alright, so I'm going to be leading out with my Zekrom. He's going to be leading out with his Kyogre. Zekrom was the best possible lead matchup on his team just because he has a super effective move to hit half of his team, or at least nothing can switch into it, except, yeah, nothing can switch into it. I will switch out, he goes into Giratina. I decided to go into my Mega Gengar, and go for the Taunt right off the bat just because I was predicting him to have something like Thunder Wave, Roar, or Will-O-Wisp. He does have Will-O-Wisp. He decides to stay in. This is a really weird play, but looking back at it, I don't think he really wanted to risk something getting trapped by Mega Gengar, or something like Blaziken can get Destiny Bond and something like that. Maybe even Scarf Kyogre would even risk that rain to go off. So yeah, I think the mate he played would make sense, made a little sense. He goes for Thunder, predicting my Palkia to come in. That's a good play on his part. I decided to switch out into my Groudon just because I don't really do anything. And yeah, this is basically a good chance for me to set up my Stealth Rocks as he goes into his Chansey. And now I'm going to go back into Mega Gengar. I figured out I didn't need to fear that Thunder Wave just because if he sent it into Groudon, he most likely has what's his face on Toxic. I'm sorry, but yeah, he goes for the struggle because he apparently has no attacking moves. That's really weird. His team is really weird built. He doesn't even have Seismitoad on Chansey. Seismitoad, sorry. But yeah, I'm just gonna hit it with the Sludge Pump, and basically that core that it's probably going to be problematic to my team. Stopping Palkia to sweep with Trick Room is gone, Chansey is gone, and Giratina is gone, so my core is free to sweep whenever I get up a Trick Room or kill 1 or 2 months. This play, it may seem weird, but I decided not to Ball Strike this Kyogre just because his Xerneas can still leave a Ball Strike, and he could potentially set up on Zekrom, and he could basically sweep me because he could get like a trigger on Victini, yeah, shit like that. I'm gonna go for Palkia, set up the Trick Room. He goes for the Arceus Steel. He goes for the Iron Head, and then he kills me off with Extreme Speed. This is really good for me because now I have a chance to go into my Arceus Fairy. Even though it may seem pretty weird that I did that, but I really wanted to defog those Stealth Rocks, and besides I can just set them up again. And yeah, I can go to my Groudon knowing that I can take easily a +2 Iron Head. or close to anything with that Arceus. Even if he manages to sweep me, I have Mega Gengar to revenge kill the rest of his team, so I think I'm fine with this. I set up my own rocks, which is really helpful against his 2 last Pokemon, as he's going to send up out Xerneas, and I'm basically going to go into my Victini, and you're gonna see why I use Trick Room Victini as a Xerneas counter. You're gonna see it easily leaves the +2 Moonblast with 43%. This is a max HP Victini, by the way. And yeah, it just retaliate back with the Big Crit. It all goes in the sun because, you know, Victini is strong as fuck with the Flame Plate in the sun. Yeah, it's just so good. And I'm just going to finish up his Blaziken with a Big Crit. So that was the game, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the match. It was pretty quick, but I enjoyed playing it. So yeah, see you later, guys. Bye.